Okay. Good morning or good afternoon, everyone. This is Pauline Wolke. I am one of your board of directors here at CAR SRCAR. And thank you guys for all coming. So can we please do the Pledge of Allegiance? Lisa, do you want to lead us in that? Oh, I know I put you on the spot. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I would love to. Everyone, okay, please stand. Hoping you all wore pants today. And ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, that was totally not cool. You guys are supposed to unmute yourself so we can all sound funny together. Okay, some housekeeping rules today. The meeting won't take any longer than 1 hour. If you have any questions or comments, please use the chat dial box that's on the right. If you have, you want to speak or want to raise your, speak, please use the digital raise your hand so we can call upon you so we're not talking over each other. When you're not speaking, please mute yourself so we don't have to hear the background noise. And make sure that you want to submit your listings the day before, Wednesday, by 12 o'clock to get your listings showcased on the caravan so we can see. And then towards the end of this meeting, you will have an opportunity to pitch your wants, needs, or any price changes. So move on. So if there's any new attendees, I would love for you to raise your hand and introduce yourself. If there's anybody new. No? I'm looking through the list. I think I see most of everybody, but if you're too shy and you don't want to raise your hand, we want to say thank you for coming, and please join us every Thursday here to connect with other agents. Oh, it's puppy day. It's so cute. And thank you for being here. So, all right, then we are going to have our wonderful affiliate spotlight, Lisa Wayman from Corner Escrow. Hi, Lisa.
Hey, thanks, Pauline, and thank you guys so much for having me. My camera doesn't turn, but my puppy is right there staring at me, so he's very cute. All right, you guys, I'm just going to take a few minutes and go through the typical things a little bit about Corner Escrow. So I'm Lisa Wayman. I'm the account executive and one of the managers at our Murrieta branch. I have 4 escrow officers with me at that branch. I have Lonnie Pike, Jennifer Underwood, Renee Bale, and Lori Travis. I always like to say their names because I'm sure a lot of you see them on some sort of transaction. We actually have about 8 branches in Southern California. Again, I work out of the Murrieta branch and I manage that branch, but we have 8 branches all the way from LA down to Carlsbad and lots of branches in Orange County. So if you ever have a need to meet a client, do a notary signing or anything, we have lots of locations to help you with that. I wanted to, Julie and Eric aren't on here, I don't think, so I guess I'll skip that. I just wanted to thank them really quick for having to switch dates for me. So thank you if you're on. I can't see everybody. I can only see about 4 of you. So if you're on, thank you so much. And then something I wanted to share with you guys for the Easter holiday, Corner Escrow is sponsoring a Easter Bunny meet and greet on April 3rd. I will put the flyer in the chat. It's going to be at the Habitat for Humanity Design Center. I think it's from 10 to 2 on Saturday, and it's take your own photo. So we'll have a staged setup and you can bring your kids and take your own photos with the Easter Bunny, and everything will be safe. I think masks will be there if you don't have one. So we do encourage you to come do that with your families. It should be a fun little event. And that's actually all I have today. So I'm going to put my contact info in the chat and I'll do that flyer as well. And thank you guys so much for having me. I hope you have a great meeting. I do have to pop off. I have to go meet a client, but I'm always available via cell phone, and make sure you guys stick on because they are doing 2 raffles. It's 2, right, Wendy and Pauline?
Yes. I was just going to ask you. Yeah.
Yeah, for the MLS drawing. So stay on, and whoever the winner is, I will deliver our raffle prizes to you guys. Okay.
What is the raffle prize?
Oh, I think Wendy has a picture, but it is a doormat, a wreath, and a kitchen towel set. It's very cute.
Very cute. I love it. All right.
Thanks so much, you guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Lisa. And before you leave, why don't you throw your info in the chat so if anybody wants to reach out to you. Okay, so we're on our section of Did You Know? We sold 252 transactions from March 15th through the 21st. And then last year at this time was 238 closed transactions from the same period of time. So we're still holding strong and selling real estate, even though we could probably sell a lot more homes with the inventory being increased. But this is fantastic, and we're all doing our job and making sure we're helping our clients out. And so we have an awesome, I'm so excited about this because, you know, we always want to learn and benefit our clients as much as we can. So we have our guest speaker, Devin Beck here from Century Key Lock, Central Lock, and they have a new showing service to share with us.
Great. No, and thank you
for
the introduction. So I just wanted to get some clarification on about how much time did you want me to kind of speak to this, or how much information did you want me to present in today's session?
I would say 5 to 8 minutes.
Okay, great. Do you mind if I share my screen?
I don't mind. Wendy, is he a host?
If not,
you're good to go. Yep.
And perfect. So can everyone see that okay?
Yes.
So just a little bit of background if you're not familiar with SentryLock. We've been working, we've been in business since 2003. Over that time, we've added between 15 and 25 associations or an MLS on board to our lockbox services. So we currently represent 380 MLSs and associations, and over 400,000 agents are represented using our lockbox services and platform. I joined the company 2 years ago to start identifying adjacent markets that we could go into. This was primarily the only service we offered to one industry. And one of the areas that really stood out for me was the showing service. 2 years ago, you really just had CSS and Showing Time. We're the only two. They had about 99% market share between the two of them. And we saw technology companies that really weren't investing a lot in technology anymore. No one was really pushing on them to be all that innovative because they had a very high adoption. So we thought we could come in with the infrastructure we have and the existing relationships we already had and layer this product into our existing lockbox technology, where it could just be an additional value-added service. You can use just our lockbox services, you can use just our showing service, but there are some nice things that happen when you use both of them that do give additional functionality. And the reason we started the lockbox service back in 2003 was to provide competition to Supra. Supra was seen as being a monopoly in the space, similarly not really doing much innovation on their technology, not really incentivized too much to keep pricing in check. So NAR purchased SentryLock at its onset, and we are currently 100% NAR owned company. And over the past 2 years, I've been working on bringing this product to launch. So we just finished our beta with one of our current users, a 500-member association out of Virginia. Our formal launch date is March 31st. We do have 5 associations that are coming on board as soon as we're ready. But since the announcement of Showing Time and Zillow was announced, we've now presented this in the past month to associations representing 760,000 members. So a huge amount of interest has been coming in the platform. And I think a large reason for that is we really wanted to take a bit of a different approach and not just recreate what Showing Time did. We couldn't have ever really foreseen that that type of acquisition would happen. And we didn't think going against someone who had been building a solution that was pretty well received for the past 25 years was ultimately going to be a very viable offering for us. So we wanted to first, make something that's very, very easy to use. In a second, I can just show some of the primary screens, but anyone with very little training can jump into this system and do any of the actions. You kind of get prompted on where to go next. You can always go back, but not very clunky system where you don't have like 50 tabs on the left-hand side to have to navigate and explore. Also, where we saw with Showing Time, in the past 2 years, they had invested a lot in their mobile applications, extending some of the functionality from the website into mobile environments. We have the benefit of creating this from the ground up in 2020 and 2021. So every single piece of functionality we have is 100% built for mobile first, and then we have web components also. So everything from building a single schedule of showings, an itinerary of showings. Since we have integrated this first with our mobile apps, we can get turn-by-turn directions from Google Routes. So when you're starting your day and you know you have an appointment starting in 30 minutes, it's going to take you 20 minutes to get there, we'll know if traffic changes and it's going to take you longer. So we'll notify you, hey, you got to leave a little bit early if you still want to make that appointment on time. And that's where we can leverage some interesting and new productivity tools like some Web 2.0 technologies. This is an introduction to SAM, our Centric Key Assistant for mobile. So we also thought about what are some of the things that happen in the day-to-day life of a realtor that causes them to have to step away from their clients on the front step of a property and have to deal with very mundane logistical items that are kind of uncomfortable to do. It doesn't take a lot of effort to do it, but it does take a lot of time. So one of the use cases we identified was if in the slower market, if you're scheduling all of your showings for Saturday on Wednesday, you get your whole shopping cart set up. Let's say Thursday, one of those properties goes listing. SAM will notify you and say that property number 3 on your itinerary has gone pending. Do you want me to remove it from your itinerary and then reach out to all the subsequent appointments and try to collapse that hour gap so you have a nice tidy day? Some of the other technologies are if you pull up to a listing and it just doesn't match, the pictures don't match it, the neighborhood doesn't match your expectations, and there's no point to go in, but you have 2 hours set aside to review it. You can say, cancel this appointment and try to reschedule the rest of my appointments for the day to make this the most efficient way possible with as little downtime as possible. Also trying to incorporate just a lot of those types of tools, also giving you full itinerary capabilities that you can create an itinerary on the fly from your mobile app. And get deeper into some CRM tools where we do give you the ability to manage all of your client data if you choose to put it in our system and you're not using a dedicated CRM toolkit. And just some of the detailed analytics and reporting. We think between some of the partnerships that we're forming with companies like Remind and HomeSnap and Realtor.com, that we can get some very interesting market insights from the past 90 days of closings that they see. And we start pairing that up with the pre-closing information that we see from our lockbox access trends, as well as the showing requests. We can really build some interesting and proprietary data tools that can obfuscate a lot of the complexity of data, but give it in a very user-friendly way that helps you have a more elevated conversation with your clients, whether it's based off what you should list a property at or what type of activities you should expect once it goes to market over the next 2 weeks. And this is a fully integrated solution to our lockbox. One of the neat features we rolled out last year was the ability for access by appointment. So previously, where anyone who's credentialed in a particular region could get access to that lockbox. As an additional security feature, we wanted to build in that only a person with a confirmed showing could access that lockbox. It's been available for the past year, but a little slow to adopt because you had to manually enter all of those showing requests. So you're duplicating efforts. We thought if we could integrate an end-to-end showing service along with access by appointment, really started to turn the lockbox really truly into a smart box and not just a digital mechanical box at that point. And I'll just take a couple minutes just to go through some of the screens we have, but this is basically what it looks like. So a very, very clean, modern interface. This is just the process you go through of being able to schedule a single appointment. All the communication channels that you would expect, people can get their showing requests via text message, email, phone call, or system messages. You can choose whoever you want to respond to those, whether the homeowner, the listing agent, co-listing agent, or all the above. We already have our 80-person call center in Cincinnati that provides lockbox support. We're expanding on that existing infrastructure and going to be providing a premium call center service. So if you do use Showing Time, like their appointment desk to do any of your showings today and any of your confirmation follow-ups today, we'll be able to do that as well. But we also just built in some kind of slick things that we just saw as being deficient in the Showing Time platform. Basic things like a calendar. Their calendar is a 24-hour format calendar, not function to a business week. We wanted to give you something that looks like an Outlook calendar. This calendar can manually sync with your personal calendars, so any showing will show up on your device or in your Outlook. We have identified a third party that we're going to automate this integration. So within the next 2 months, Anything showing up here will show up, and you can also sync your contacts as well if you choose to do so. Another feature that we thought was really cool is the concept of teams. Instead of having usernames and passwords, you have to share across the brokerage. If you have the credentials to be able to view someone's calendar, you can view their calendar. If you have modify or edit rights on their calendar, you can modify and edit their calendar on their behalf. But all association and role-based entitlements will come over in the data feed and map to the team scheduling. And just really the last things I want to show are just, this is what the mobile integration looks like. So this is a dedicated mobile app. Every functionality you can get within the website you can do. So this is your organized dashboard. You can get your turn-by-turn directions. This is how you build an itinerary and start integrating with Google Routes. So it's going to tell you the most optimized path. Some additional SAM functionality. Also available for the listing agent. This is really the last point I'll touch on. Wanted to create some efficiencies for the listing agent as well. So we thought the concept of a auto confirm and auto restrict rules. So let's say Monday through Friday, no one's in the house, parents are at work, kids are at school. Anyone who requests an appointment, I still want them to request an appointment, but just automatically accept it. Take everyone out of the equation. But on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 to 5, kids are back home early from school, and I don't want any. So just show those as grayed out periods on the calendar, and you can have as many of those inclusive, exclusive rules as you would want. So just trying to create as much automation, as much efficiencies as possible. Everything you would expect from custom and canned feedback forms. This is just some of the client rosters. There is a dedicated client app too, so an agent can share. This is something that the client would download once they're starting to work with a realtor. They can get properties sent to them from their realtor, or they can search for properties on a number of those partner sites that I mentioned earlier. And when they favorite them, they'll automatically show up in their list of properties and be communicated to their realtor as properties they would like to see. We'll also have the deep links that if they want to get like the tax information and school district information, that deep link will take them back into that site where it was favorited and give them all the additional information that we're not going to be managing within the showing service. And then just basic activity and reporting. And we're building out pretty extensive modifications to SAM in the future, pretty aggressive roadmap for analytics and reporting. Didn't get everything that we wanted into the initial build to get it out in the timeline we were hoping. But I think the positive feedback where we're seeing is we have a very highly defined roadmap. So we know exactly where the product's going to go and the timelines we can get it. So the platform people are going to be investing in now is only going to get better and better over the months and years ahead. And that is a very, very quick high-level overview of the showing service.
You did fantastic. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. And you have a nice view behind you. So.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions or anything? I know we're good. I don't see any in the chat. Okay. Well, thank you so much for taking your time and being here today. We really appreciate it and like to know.
Anybody wants, so if anyone from the association or MLS level wants a demo or a personalized meeting, I'll put my contact information in here, and anyone can reach out to me, and I'd be happy to schedule it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right, so we will review properties next, and as she's getting that up, I just want to send you, let you guys Okay, we will move on to our committee updates. So anyone for affiliate that wants to share anything? No. Hemet events, Gus, I don't think he's on, but I know that they're going to be putting together a golf tournament, I believe. Tracy?
Sure. Yeah, we are having a golf tournament at the Rancho California golf course, right on Murrieta Hot Springs in Winchester, or above Murrieta Hot Springs, sorry. It is going to be on May 21st. It's a Friday. Mark your calendars. We did sell out in October, and I think we're going to again. I have people texting me like every day. When is it? When can we sign up? It's going to be $125 a golfer. Tee off is at 9:30. It's going to include lunch, dinner, and of course a lot of fun at every single hole if you've ever been before. And it's going to scholarship. Sorry. We're going to have 2 golf tournaments this year. So this one's going to be scholarships. We have the money and time to grant the scholarships before fall. And then our fall golf tournament will go back to half.
Awesome. Thank you.
We're excited.
Okay. Education chair, I believe they just did their SIG one yesterday, so I don't know if anyone's here from education that wants to update us. All right, Debbie, anything from MLS Task Force?
No, not at this time, but thank you.
Thank you for being here. Okay.
Pauline?
Yes.
I missed my cue. It's tomorrow at Heritage Escrow.
Oh.
Sorry. Next week, or actually 2 weeks, April the 8th, we will have for our guest monthly speaker, Andrea Shue, an attorney local here to the area, and she will be going over what to do when a property owner dies, the probate process, how to list real property in a probate, and how to avoid probate. So just wanted to shout that out.
Thank you. It's probably going to be coming up in our town crier possibly, so if there's a flyer, but thank you. Perfect. Anything for YPN? I'm not aware of, but I think they're going to be probably putting together a blood drive here soon for YPN. Legislative chair, I don't know any info. Anyone there? Nope. Okay, and then scholarship. I know Molly's not here, but Tracy, do you know when the deadline is for scholarship?
May 20th.
Okay, May 20th. So if anybody doesn't know, if you have a high school student, this is one of the benefits of being part of the association. Our association is that you can get a scholarship for your kiddo so they can go off to college and have a little extra. So that's what the fundraising is for. So make sure you support and then get your applications in by May 20th. And WCR, I don't see Curtis. And that's it. So unless I'm missing anything. Okay. All right. So remember, we have education and event updates always on the website of SRCAR. So Leadership Academy, and then remember that we're combining the network meetings. So, and just always look on the calendar. So here is the session 3, consistency. So please register. It's on March 26th from 9 to 10:30 via Zoom. And then again, we talked about that. Wanted to ingrain it in you. So, so deadline is May 20th for scholarship. So much prettier to have these little things and just me blurt it out. All right, so the fun begins, monthly raffle. So you get a writer sign, and this was so generously donated from Corner Escrow, as Lisa was on earlier. So you get a cute black and white towel, a succulent wreath, and a whoop'em. Perfect for, you know, trying to spruce up your listings, you know, if they need a little sprucing. All right, let's spin that wheel. There's 2 winners. Oh, good job, Michelle. Congratulations. Awesome. And the association will contact you on arranging for pickup or drop off. All right, next one. Oh, I hope, is Michael here?
I don't think so.
He's been here all month too.
No.
Dang it. And he's so excited because he pitched his listing. I'm so sad. Okay, you have to spin it. Oh, Tiffany's not here either. We're getting closer to the lucky winner. Here we go. Sorry. All right, here we go. Is she here? I don't see her name. All right, keep it spinning. Michelle Peters. Nope. I want to see you guys duke this out, like when we're live in person. This is going to be fun. All right, Kurt. Congratulations.
I knew if I stuck around long enough.
Awesome. I just want to reach out to make sure, really try to educate people. You can submit your coming soon listings to showcase here at the marketing. I know things are going fast, but this is a benefit for your sellers to be able to get excitement on your, listings and get as much interest as possible. So, and I believe that is it. Next week, I'll be hosting for all of next month. And next week, we'll have our guest speaker from iBrokers. It will be either Kale or Mike Mason. Excuse me. So, which is an awesome benefit. And you can use, I don't know what happened right now, but all right, everyone, have a great day. Thank you.